tab, just a tab. Now just move over a tab. All right, Shalom. We're going to start by saying, Call Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the Positive Israel, aka the Positive Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. All right, we're here once again. As the title reads, still in the last days ain't counting. Okay, and the days counting is what? Till Yahweh Shai's return to the world entity called Jesus Christ. To the world entity called Jesus Christ, but his name is Yahweh Shai, and he's about to come back. And all the things happening right now is leading up to his return. So basically, brother, we was chopping it up before we got here. We were talking about this Memorial Day weekend, not this area, but in the areas like Tennessee, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, I think Ohio. A lot of these places are in direct danger from a Category 5 tornado, storm, hailstorm, all that shit, man. And that's one of the main things that the Lord said he's going to visit the earth back before he returns, man. He's going to visit the earth with storms, okay? And they said it's going to be so bad to where it's like it's going to be baseball to softball size pieces of hell, man. This evening, tonight into tomorrow. That's what's about to happen. We're living in the last days where these things have been happening for like a couple weeks now, man. Crazy ass storm. You still got the third world approaching quickly. You had China just put China basically got Taiwan surrounded by their army, their military, and here it is. It's Memorial Day, so-called Memorial Day weekend, and nobody's even taking into consideration that America is still about to be destroyed. Okay, bring that article real quick.
Article is entitled "Dangerous Severe Weather with Violent Tornadoes, Extreme Wind Threatens Millions Over Memorial Day Weekend."
Brothers want to look it up themselves. Threatens millions. Threatens, and that's in America. That's not in enough. That's in America. And might I add, it's in a lot of Edomite areas, man.
A dangerous severe weather pattern is building for the Memorial Day weekend, threatening millions with violent tornadoes and extreme wind and hail in the plains on Saturday. The severe weather threat will then shift east into the Mississippi, Ohio, Tennessee valleys on Sunday.
Ohio, Tennessee Valley. What's that? Ohio, Oklahoma?
Mississippi, Ohio, Tennessee.
Mississippi, Ohio, Tennessee, man. And that's today. Well, later today, this evening. It said through the dinner hours. And everybody's already traveling. Everybody probably getting to where they need to go for Memorial Day weekend. But it's going to be when you're planning at your crib. And that's what they got to look forward to.
And I actually just saw on the news, they've been saying it for the past couple of days that they're projecting that this week is going to be one of the most traveled weeks in like weekends in a while. Yeah. Like a lot of people are traveling this weekend. Like this is a holiday where people travel a lot, but for whatever reason they're saying this weekend people are traveling a lot.
They said a word. I don't know if it was in that article, but they said this time since it's so close to June 1st, like the breaking in of summer, because really is school about to be out, so it's that's everybody's out and about more. And this is going to be a hot summer for sure. It might be a nuclear summer. Who knows? Because right now, all we need now is the MOTB. That's really what we're waiting for, is the MOTB to take place. But
the latest forecast models still indicate a very threatening situation for the Central Plains late Saturday into Saturday night as a storm system ejects off the Rockies into the plains.
That's that weather mumbo jumbo, but yo, this is brewing right now. Right now it's like almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So in a few hours from now, expect to hear crazy, devastating news happening in that region of the country. Go ahead.
NOAA Storm Prediction Center has placed a swath of Oklahoma and southern Kansas in a level 4 of 5 on the severe weather risk scale, including Oklahoma City and Tulsa in Oklahoma and Wichita in Kansas.
And Tulsa was that Black Wall Street. Remember that happened in Blackman? So I know a lot of Edomites is there because you blew that shit up. This and where the Thunder play. This is real time. That article is from today. Go ahead.
Strong thunderstorms are very likely, said Fox weather meteorologist James Menard, and the risk of damaging winds, tornadoes, torrential rains, and even some very large hailstones. Everything is in the mix today.
Everything is in the mix today. So the Lord about to let loose on that area for whatever reason, whatever judgment. That's their judgment for right now. And the ones that's been happening, there haven't been a lot of casualties, but people have been losing their houses. That's a casualty though. Maybe not losing maybe the spirit's not leaving your body, but think about it, a house, you've been working, think about it. You working all your life, let's say you're a new homeowner. Yo, think about it, a new homeowner, right? You're a new homeowner, you had your home for a few months, and then this is about to happen. And you have to brace, you can't even brace for it, because like, what could you do to brace for, what is that, torrential what? Like,
it was torrential rains and even some very large hailstorms.
Very large hailstorms. I don't know, brother, if you've seen the footage. I forget what state it was. I think it was Illinois, where the lady was driving. And basically, when she was driving, the hailstorm hit her windshield and cracked that shit up. And just like that. And you can hear the rain. You can hear the hail. And I think it was in Illinois because it was at a parking lot. And it was a parking lot full of cars, and it was just, it's coming down on people's cars. Mad people's cars, just windshield, back windshield, just all holes in it.
And I was gonna say, and it's funny because the way Esau Kingdom is set up now, is such a devil, and they're a cheap devil because they keep everything to themselves. The way they build their infrastructures through cheap materials now. So that hell, see, back in the day, it was always hell. So back in the day, but when the hell came, it wouldn't do as much damage as it does now. These cars aren't made the same. Nope. These houses aren't made the same. You know, so when that's nothing you just skip past. That's going to do a lot of damage.
And to add on to that, the house, the little clip I showed you, but that footage from the Weather Channel, the parts that was messed up of the house was the parts that weren't brick. Like the brick was intact. The brick, like the brick part of the house was intact, but the part that's like cheap shit was all destroyed. And what you can't just build back. You can't just build that back up. Like these things, like how long does it take to rebuild, renovate a crib? That takes months. So imagine actual destroyed crib to the foundation. I showed the brother one joint. The shit was the foundation was lifted up where the house was tilting, man. That was somebody's crib. Imagine if you in it and that happens, like hydraulics and shit. Maybe read a little more and then read some scripture.
While much of Saturday morning and early afternoon will be quiet, supercell thunderstorms and forecasts to erupt in the late afternoon in western Oklahoma. These thunderstorms will initially present a large baseball to softball size hail danger with isolated severe wind gusts over 60 miles per hour, the SPC says.
Oh, so listen to that description. Baseball to softball. You know, softball is the bigger baseball looking shit. Imagine that is hell coming down and you don't know when it's going to stop. And it's going to keep going. And it says 60 mile per hour gust winds. That's not nothing light, man. That's crazy. And that's to take place in a few hours from now.
But storms will find much more potent atmospheric conditions by early Saturday evening in the western half of Oklahoma, rapidly increasing the threats for long-lived, intense tornadoes along with the continuing threat of massive hail and extreme wind gusts. By the time we get to the dinner hour, that's when we need to pay close attention to the forecast, Miner said, because these storms, as they come together in and after the dinner hour, they mean business. And we're talking very violent storms in the late overnight.
It mean business, very violent storms, and then your dinner hour. So why are you eating? So one would question, if I was a person that lived in Oklahoma, in that area, I would ask, yo, why we keep getting jacked up by these storms simultaneously? I'm talking about like, yo, this is not the first time this place been getting jacked up all week. Parts of Oklahoma, parts of Nebraska, Idaho. I think Iowa just got hit. All these states, these states, what they call them, rural areas, some of them. Texas. Well, Texas not that rural, but like Texas, it could have been a rural area of Texas. I think we're talking about Temple. That's where the shit was leaning, was in a place called Temple, Texas. So just think about this. Why are they getting jacked up like this? Why is this happening to them? People, like to go through. Remember, when you get a bad storm, that'd be like a once in a blue moon, and it'd be devastating. That was the one storm that was devastating. They're getting hit on top of devastating storms, and then they still getting warned for more for tonight and Memorial Day weekend. That's the How about Hashem Yahushai working. That should be visiting the Lord of hosts. Matter of fact, you can bring that scripture out real quick. Isaiah 29:6. That's our Lord working, man. And it goes to show, he said what? He's going to get his adversaries, man. And who's his main adversary is Esau Edom, man. Who's in that area of the country of America? Esau Edom, man, the so-called white man or white people. That's why the Lord is judging that place the way it's going right now.
And I just want to say, because that area, they usually do get storms there, but you have to think why the storms are getting more severe now. Why they're coming at a more rapidly pace. Okay, that's Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Because the reason I wanted to say that is because you have Esau's mindset when he tries to explain the beautiful wonders of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. He just tried to blame it on. He just tried to say it's just weather. But yes, it's weather, but it's Yahweh Hashem Yahushua behind it. And he's moving it in a different frequency now. Word. So you can't just say, okay, they just have storms. They always have storms there. No, it's being moved differently. Word. But the reason y'all can't see that is because y'all don't see everything that's going on around us. Yeah. So we're able to spot something that may be simple to y'all and understand that, no, this is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua really working.
The severity of the damage, that's the thing, and the consistency of it. If they be getting them storms, cool, but like, I don't know Texas to be getting hit with all. I know Houston got hit with the flood, but like the way it's all happening at the same time continuously. Because you know, like the Oklahoma, because they got the open area for the tornadoes and stuff, but they keep getting the tornadoes though.
This is Isaiah 29 verse
6.
Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake and great noise, with the storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire.
Now, isn't a tornado great noise? Isn't a hailstorm great noise? Isn't those crazy winds great noise? And it said tempest. Tempest is a strong storm, a fierce storm. And it said what? It said there's going to be what is the shit it said in the article? It said it's going to be nothing to play with.
Oh yeah.
And that's what Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is, nothing to be played with. And in the world has been playing with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua for too long now. That's why the Lord is judging them. He says, thou shalt be visited. He's visiting Oklahoma. He's visiting Nebraska. He's visiting Missouri. He's visiting you, Esau. And I'm pretty sure you got Jake in that area, but like, come on, how many Jakes is in fucking Idaho? Like, come on.
And it's funny because in this verse, it brings up earthquakes, it brings up devouring fire, you know what I'm saying, and thunder. And in that article, it said it's going to be a mix of all things.
Yeah.
So that shows you, man. It's going to be like, I'm giving you everything in this storm. Like, it ain't just going to be one. It ain't just wind. You know what I'm saying?
And check out it said devouring fire. Right now, also we know the missile is going to be the devouring fire. But check this out. When you have these things happening, you have down power lines. A power line bolt, that shit could cause a fire. Matter of fact, I did see a fire. One of the footage in the Weather Channel was a fire. I think it was some down power lines. I think. Don't quote me on that. But think about it. If you have a tornado and it's bringing out, knocking down trees, all this shit, and it's gonna knock down power lines and start fires, man. And it's dry. And they say it's gonna be dry there. And that's the Lord visiting. That's the Lord visiting the evildoers of this world, man, of this earth. And it's not gonna stop. And on top of that, you still got the third woe. It's so much stuff. I remember one of the apostles said, like, it's so much stuff happening. It's hard to really keep up because it's all the prophecies just hitting this place, just hitting Esau's kingdom. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, here's a storm. Here's more of this. Here's more of that. Go ahead.
Keep going. In the multitude of all the nations that fight against Ariel, you know.
Oh, no. Yeah. Get the Nahum joint. The first chapter. Start the second verse. This ain't going to stop. No matter how much people don't believe, it's not going to stop. The war is not going to stop. The storm's not going to stop. The earthquake's not going to stop. The death is not going to stop. The Lord said he's angry with the wicked every day, even including the wicked of our own people, man. But at the end of the day, he still has adversaries he's going to get at. This is a plan. And remember, he said he declared the end from the beginning. So he declared this from the very beginning. What?
I just want to add on, like, don't think because you're not being affected by this, you ain't gonna get affected by this. Like, yes, it's happening over in the Midwest and in the Central Plains, but it's gonna hit the East Coast too. It's gonna hit the West Coast too. It's gonna hit everywhere. Not necessarily those storms, but things are to come to where it's gonna change your life. Where life, as you know it, is not gonna be the same anymore.
Those bugs. Speaking of which, those bugs, cicadas, they just touched down in Illinois. Like millions of them shits. Like those are bugs you can hear. So they said if you go outside in the air, I know it's Illinois for a fact. They said if you go out there, you're going to be swarmed by them. And whatever. You're going to be swarmed by them. We do not own the rights to that music, whatever.
This is Nahum 1:1, the burden of Nivea, the book of the vision of Nahum, the Elkoshite.
It's a vision. So something that he saw, a vision. a vision. The prophets had visions of what's happening now. America's destruction. Yeah, and we're in America, and we're saying America's gonna be destroyed, and these devils know it. Look at what's going on. They can't come back from this. But go ahead.
Verse 2. God is jealous. And you know, they like to, I just want to say, they like to make jealous, like a bad trait. No. There's a reason to be jealous. You know what I'm saying?
What he said, Jay-Z said, oh, being jealous, that's a female trait. No, that's a godly trait, man. Why you think that trait always comes out when a lot of shit happens? Especially with relationships. What did our Lord say? He's a jealous power. And we went a whoring after these other religions and philosophies. That's why he's angry. And that's why we got destroyed now.
There's accountability in that.
Yeah.
God is jealous and the Lord revengeth. The Lord revengeth.
Said it, he had to re-edify it twice.
God is jealous and the Lord revengeth. The Lord revengeth and is furious. The Lord will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies.
Now Nineveh is before America. And Israel was already on the downside of making him more furious, making him more angry. And Yahweh Ba'ashim El-Shai is still angry. Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, is angry right now, man. If he wasn't angry, he wouldn't be doing what he's doing. Look, we're in the land of our captivity, and you still have our people making him more angry.
The Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked.
Not at all acquit the wicked, man. Not at all acquit the wicked, man. These devils gotta get judged for what they did. Our people are wicked. Our people have to get judged for what they're doing. Just looking for you. You're gonna still come back as an Israelite. You can't. Nobody can take your Israelite lineage away from you. But it's all a matter of being part of the elect now. Now we're talking about being part of the elect, because those are gonna be the only ones to be delivered of the nation of Israel. That's the small remnant that the Lord has set aside to not get that second death. Go ahead.
The Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all quit the wicked. The Lord hath his way in the whirlwind, and in the storm, and in the clouds are the dust as of his feet.
Oh, read that again, because we just talking, and go back to the article, we just talked about how the Lord said he's going to mess up these certain areas. Having Esau tell the other Edomites that, yeah, this was coming for you this weekend. This was coming for you. You even got a warning, man. Well, what if the Lord had to where you didn't have meteorologists? What's going to happen when the internet go out and you can't watch TVs? Ooh, what would happen if the TV, like all the TV shits went out and then the storms are still coming? And you don't know until you see the like shit forming. Yeah, think about that. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
You want me to start back at the top?
You read verse 3? Yeah, verse 3 again.
The Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet.
So that's the proof that who's doing these storms. The Lord said he have his way with the storms, man.
Not Mother Nature.
Not Mother Nature. It's Father Yahweh, and his son Yahweh Shai. That's it. That's the only explanation, because if it was Mother Nature, well, who the fuck created Mother Nature? Matter of fact, Mother Nature comes from, I forgot that, I saw my phone. Mother Nature comes from, I want to say like some Greek goddess. I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, Mother, that's what, I forget the name, but I have it on my phone. That's where they got the term Mother Nature from. But no, it's the Heavenly Father. If it was a Mother Nature, why is women the weaker vessel? Why wouldn't Mother Nature make the female the stronger vessel? The one true living God is male. He said what? His tabernacles were men. The house of David were men. The elect, the 144,000 are men. The Lord's house was said men.
The concept of Mother Nature is from Greek mythology. The goddess Gaia, G-A-I-A.
Yeah, I know it was some shit with the Greek, right?
Yeah.
Esau shit. You punk ass, you Mother Nature. That's part of you, what you did with Eve in the garden, man. Always picking up the woman, man. But here it is, you got women in America right now that's depressed about what's like going on, because it's not natural. It's not natural. The man is supposed to be the head of the house, but in this kingdom, Esau says everybody, we equal. But that's not natural.
That's what I'm saying, and that goes back to earlier, why God is jealous. You giving this credit to everything else but him. You giving the credit of nature to some goddess. No, that's everything belongs to him. Everything that happens in this world belongs to the Most High, man.
Everything. Matter of fact, you get
even wicked shit.
Man, Oh, matter of fact, since you said that, get the Isaiah 45th chapter. 'Cause I think you said Isaiah, right? No, your name one. Yeah, but Isaiah the 45th chapter. No, but fact, excuse me. Hold that. Get Deuteronomy 32 and 39, I believe. Because look, at the end of the day, the Lord is in control of life and death. That's what Yahweh Shai told John. He said, I have the keys to hell and death. Nobody can say that except him. Remember, in the heavens, the Lord who you call Jesus is in control. He's in his Father's kingdom, giving rule at the top. And then you have Yahweh. But Yahweh Shai got to come back to the earth because he's going to be at the top of the earth. He's going to be the one true living God on the earth, the representation of the Heavenly Father on the earth. And then the nation of Israel, starting with the elect and the men, women, and children of the nation of Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Those are the children of Israel, the people you see in the ghettos, the people you see all discombobulated.
The disenfranchised.
Disenfranchised, the without.
This is Deuteronomy 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me.
And there is no God with me. That's what Yahweh said. There is no God with me. There's no Allah. There's no Buddha. There's no none of them other gods, man. Because if it was, why is Buddha? Why is Allah? Why are they letting Yahweh kill their followers? Why is Allah letting Yahweh kill all those Palestinians? Why is that? And why are they not asking Allah for help? They're asking man for help. Cease fire, cease fire. But the Lord said, no, he's coming with fire. He is a consuming fire. Tell that.
And again, the difference, because we like to try to bring this out, the difference between what we believe in and what they believe in, we have reason of why we're in a bad position. We have reason why we get messed up. We have reason why we get messed up. What is their reason?
Right.
Why are they asking? Why are they asking for man for help? When we're fucked up, we take accountability. Like, hey, part of the curses. This is what we deserve. We got to pray and get up out of this. They're not doing that.
They can't. You know why? Man, continue reading that real quick.
See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me.
Thus saith Yahweh.
I kill and I make alive.
There you go right there. I kill and I make alive. I kill and I make alive. So what other God has disputed that and said, when Yahweh wants somebody dead and you say they know they can live? That has never happened in no time in history. Because that would mean that when the heathen want to be immortal, when they want to be immortal,
I wound and I heal.
I wound and I heal. So if you get in a car accident, if you get hit by a bus, if you healed, because remember that's both sides of the coin. The Lord said He created good and evil. So when you get hurt or you get healed, the Lord said He did it. When you die or someone lives, the Lord said He did it. What other God has said otherwise or proven otherwise? No other God. He said there's no other God.
And neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So those Palestinians, men, women, and children, that's not a part of actual war, that's not a part of Hamas, but the Lord says, no, they die today. Well, and I don't know if you be watching, you're not on the IG like that, but like if you go on like certain social media sites like Al Jazeera, they show the actual carnage. They show people all cut up. They show people taking the bodies. That the Lord said He did it.
Man, y'all can't do nothing about it.
He
read his resume and said, what y'all gonna do?
It said, can nobody deliver out of my hand?
That's our power.
That's our power. That's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And He's working more and more every day. Remember, the Lord said He's judging the earth which He have made. Matter of fact, can you give me real quick Lamentations 3 and 37? That's one of my favorites.
Verse 40. For I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever.
And where's He lifting up His hand? He lives forever. That's our power. And that's the power that's saying He's doing all of this. He said He's going to kill the Palestinians. That's what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai said. Because if He killeth and maketh alive, there's no other explanation. Nobody can stop their death. Nobody knows when they're going to die. How about that? Nobody knows when they're going to die.
I just want to bring out because it's funny because they have now this AI thing that's predicting when people are going to pass away.
Oh, really?
They want to be Yahabashim Yahushua so bad, man. You can't do it.
Word.
You can't do it, man.
Because if that was the case, then Jacob Rothschild would have lived. But his ass, he been in the spirit world since what, February? And when he said all the money, all the power, all the wealth, you can't stop your death. And you can't take it with you. You'll die as you came. You go back to the dust. All that money, I mean, if the Rothschilds, but like at the end of the day, y'all don't have immortality. No, so all the money you have, you're still gonna die like a fucking person.
And to show you his power, we're in their kingdom talking shit to them.
Word.
You wouldn't be able to do that in our kingdom.
Word.
As soon as you had a thought, you'll get zapped.
Word, because when Yahushua returned, he said when Yahushua returns the first time back to the earth, he said all the kings gonna shut their mouths at him. Yeah, shut up. What you gonna say? Remember, every eye shall see him. Every single person shall see Yahushua. Because he said what? I don't know where it is, but he said the ones that pass, he's gonna raise up and judge.
What's the scripture you want?
Lamentation 3:37. Because you got people that say, speaking into existence, or I'm in control of my destiny.
Manifest destiny.
Yeah, you ain't in control of nothing. If that was the case, then nobody would die, right? If you was in control of something, no one would say, I'm gonna die.
Manifestation. That's what it is. People trying to manifest things like, okay, yeah. I'm going to get more money this year. I'm going to get more healthier this year. No, even if you do complete those things, it still goes to the Most High.
It's still the Lord's will. You can't get around Yahweh Shem Yahushua's will, and it's gonna say.
That's why if you're around brothers and you hear our speech, everything we say, Lord willing.
Word.
Lord willing. I see you at camp, Lord willing. Like brothers are planning to come to camp, but you put the Lord willing after it because you don't know what obstacle you may endure that he might put in front of you.
Word, you could plan to do a lot. Even if your regular day-to-day life, you could plan like, let's say like, your brother after camp want to go to like a fucking arcade. He want to go like to a casino or some shit. Shit could happen to her like, yo, your car could break down. Or like something could happen. Shit always happens. And we say, well, it is what it is. It is what it is because it's the Lord's will, though. That's what it is. It's the Lord's will.
Lamentations 3, verse 37. Who is he that saith, and it cometh to pass when the Lord commandeth it not?
Who is he that saith it come to pass when the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, commandeth it not? Who? Who is he? Check this out. Go to Zechariah the 12th chapter and read the first verse. Who is he that saith, and it come to pass when the Lord commandeth it not? That's a question from the Almighty.
Zechariah 12:1. The burden of the word of the Lord for Israel, saith the Lord, which stretches forth the heavens and layeth the foundation of the earth.
Hold up. Every single man that we know is on the earth. This is the earth. And the Lord said before he did that to the earth, he stretched out the heavens and the earth. Continue.
And layeth the foundation of the earth, and formeth the spirit of man within him.
Formeth the spirit of man within him. That's what our power said he did. There was no Allah. There was no other power that said that did that. He said to create the spirit of man in him. Everybody has a spirit in their body. No flesh on the earth is living without a spirit. No, not even fucking ants. That's crazy. Ants, lions, animals, reptiles, trees. And he said he stretched the heavens and laid the foundation of the earth, and we're all on the earth. The earth and that, well, that's not even the heavens. That's the atmosphere of the earth. And look how high it is. And what is our Lord called? The Most High. Actually, you could keep going in Zechariah 12.
Behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling unto all the people round about, when they shall be in the siege of both against Judah and against Jerusalem. And in that day will I make Jerusalem a burdensome stone for all people, all that burden themselves with it shall be cut in pieces.
And that's not the people in Israel right now. Because one might try to twist and say, well, look what they're doing to the Palestinians. They're being burned. No! Because the Lord said when Israel went back to the land of Israel, the nation shall learn war no more. You're being despised. When Israel comes in, when we get back into power, we're not going to be despised. Proverbs the 29th chapter, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoiceth. Nobody's rejoicing. That's Amalek over there right now. And you already know what the Lord said about Amalek. Remember Amalek. And everybody remembers Amalek right now because look what Amalek is doing. If you read what's going on Twitter and all that, if you read what's going on, they're very greatly despised right now. Just like the prophecy said. The Lord said Esau should be the smallest of the heathen. You should be greatly despised. And you're greatly being despised right now. Go ahead.
In that day, saith the Lord, I will smite every horse with astonishment and his rider with madness. And I will open my eyes upon the house of Judah and will smite every horse of the people with blindness.
Hey, yo, when the whatchamacallits, these militaries of these other nations, watch when they really start getting broke down. Because right now, they still feel like they're in charge. They on the top, they have the upper hand over Israel. Because we're the Israelites. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Those are the real Israelites, man. Those are the children of Judah and Jerusalem. Because to know that those people in Israel are not the real people, because you still got America existing. This is the daughter of Babylon. Israel is supposed to be delivered out of Babylon. The bulk of the Israelites are in very well known as America. Straight up. That's what it is.
And real quick, and to show that the wicked is in rulership, there's plenty of data that's out there now that says that suicide, depression, anxiety is at an all-time rate right now. Why is that? Because the way of the world. If if we were in rulership, it wouldn't be like that here.
Word. And why do you got Amalekites that's protesting against what Amalek government is doing over there? Where's that at in the scriptures? Where Israel wasn't going to be on this one accord in Israel. Where is that at in the scriptures? That you got Israel over in the daughter of Babylon living it up. Because remember, what is the brother was saying? Look. Remember what Lester said in The Wire? He said, "Follow the money," right? So if you're on a broad scale, follow the money. Who owns everything? Who controls the narrative? Who controls the media? Who owns all the sports and entertainment? Amalek. Why are they not reverenced as God's people? And first and foremost, why are they not immortal? They still die. They still get sick. How are they the Israelites then? The Lord said He will wipe away our tears. He said put on immortality. Our weapons of warfare are not carnal. And they using nothing but carnal weapons. And using weapons from America. Where's that in the scripture where it says you will get assistance from people that's not your people? And where are the other tribes? Where are the other tribes? Where Issachar at? Where Ephraim at? Where Manasseh at? All they talk about is they Judah.
It's funny because it's just so obvious that they're not the chosen.
Word.
It's a shame we have to say that.
Yeah.
And then when we say we are the people of the scriptures, we get pushed back from our own people.
Right.
That just shows you the just confusion and just deaf air that's out here, man.
Well, our people love simplicity, man. They want the smooth things. They want the that you want to live just regular life. Just want to get money and this, that, and the third. And that's it. And that's cool. But just know that this shit is going to end. Like, see, people don't understand. Like, this shit is going to end. Like, America's not an everlasting kingdom. This kingdom is just like Egypt, just like the Assyrians, just like the Greek. Well, the Greeks are the Edomites, but just like the empires themselves. They don't last forever. Yahweh-Shai's kingdom is the world without end. And that's what's coming. Hell, that's the thing. Where's King David at? If those are the people of the nation of Israel, where's King David at? When would how would they deliver out of captivity? Where was their captivity? You can't be the oppressed and the ones on top too. It don't work like that, man. You can't play both sides.
That's why they try to make it they try to call you and make you anti-S.
Yeah.
When you say that they control a lot of things, because they're trying to run away from that, because that exposed them not being the true people. So if you call them that, it's like, oh no, you can't say we own everything. Like how you do? You own everything. You control everything, and it's obvious. The information is out there. Like you can't run from it. You're fooling them. You're not fooling us.
Word. If you think about it, let's say you own all the real estate. You own the land. And what was Esau's blessing? The fatness of the earth. And you got the fatness of the earth, but he got to do what? What did the Lord say was the other part of that blessing? You got it with the sword. You, Esau, Amalek, America, y'all using it by the sword. The Lord said he's going to give us power from heaven. You don't have control of the element your own self. You still have to build shit. We ain't going to be building. Y'all going to build our kingdom up. Just like we built this one up. And don't reap no benefits of it. The same thing going to happen to you. And to all you other nations.
Verse 5, still in Zechariah 12:5. And the governors of Judah shall say in their heart, the inhabitants of Jerusalem shall be my strength, and the Lord of hosts their God.
Ooh, y'all don't say that. I don't know the last time I heard Yeshua. Where's this praise? Where's your God? Where is it? Every eye shall see him. Revelation 1:7. When did that happen for you? Y'all became a state in the 48ers, right? Why is that not the moment that everybody esteems like, yo, that's when the children of God were delivered by their God and became their God again and took them out of captivity?
To show how weak you are, like the brother said, man, when y'all be on TV and when y'all got these certain platforms, y'all don't would praise your God. If we were on TV and we were put in front of people, we'll be saying the Lord's name to every freaking word, just to put that energy out there. Y'all don't go put that energy out there.
It's funny you said it because the brother always say that. That's why y'all don't put the
exactly
on the media. Cause ain't no shit. Yo, what did the Lord say? He that confesseth my name, I shall confess in front of my Father, man. So we always gonna give praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Take not the Holy Spirit from us, man. Because now we're getting closer and closer to the actual end. Sorry, let's spit a little bit. This ain't for play. This ain't just for show. This is about to go down. It's going down. Yo, you think that's gonna stop over there in Russia, Ukraine, the small hats, Palestine, Taiwan, China, India, Pakistan? You think that the war is gonna stop? Oh, damn, it's on my phone. I went to the update joint where it said that all the countries are at the brink.
Oh, okay.
I should have screenshot that shit to you. But go ahead. Did you read it, Judah 10 first? No, I think that's verse 7.
Yeah, I'm at 6 right now.
Yeah.
That day will I make the governors of Judah like an hearth of fire among the wood, and like a torch of fire in a sheaf, and they shall devour all the people round about.
One back, do it.
Oh,
Who's on my page?
On the right hand and on the left, and Jerusalem shall be inhabited again in her own place, even in Jerusalem.
And who gonna spark that off? Yahweh Shai gonna spark that off. Cause we can't go back to the land now. When Yahweh Shai come back, he'll say what? He said, I shall put you back in your land. Who took us out? The Lord took us out for our disobedience. And here it is. Y'all don't follow the law, statutes, commandments. It's not your inward parts. Y'all don't fit no prophecy that y'all the real children of Israel, man. The Lord said he's gonna put the law, statutes, commandments in our minds and in our heart. Where the fuck is that for y'all? Y'all don't have, y'all got kosher pig. But you know what you do fit? You fit Ezekiel the 36th chapter though, in the land of Israel. But continue with that.
I just want to say real quick because also I saw a video and it's funny because it was an Amalekite doing it. He was saying like we're getting persecuted, but the only reason you can't persecute them because you don't know they're an Amalekite unless you ask them. So how are they getting persecuted? Like we're just getting persecuted, just walking out the street, just looking at us. It's just it's the spirit about us that we get our ass kicked. But y'all, that doesn't happen to y'all throughout your life.
Well, you could take a yarmulke off and change clothes and just be a regular white guy, and so you're American. They were doing that when all this shit first started. They were doing that. They were saying I didn't feel comfortable wearing little bullshit friend didn't wearing a little small hat. Y'all can easily we can't. We, like the brother said, we can't just change our appearance. Be like, oh, I'm an Elamite now. Y'all can't. Ain't no. Yo, cause yeah, it's crazy, yo.
Verse 7, the Lord also shall save the tents of Judah first.
Oh, the tents of Judah first. The so-called Negroes. The so-called black man. Black people. Yes, the black man is going to get on top soon. Because where is he at now? At the very bottom.
Even amongst his people.
Even amongst his people. But here it is, we're needed though. They'll say go back to Africa, but we're not Africans. They'll say go back to, they'll tell the so-called Hispanics to go back to whatever country, Hispanic country they're from, but they're not Hispanics. They're Israelites too. That's Jerusalem. And how they speaking Spanish? How they speaking these other languages? Because the fucking Edomites that took over them. Columbus. Yeah, all them Spaniards, the Pau Gasals. That's how y'all talking Spanish. Because what was you speaking before Spanish? That's the question. Y'all speaking Hebrew. What are so-called Native Americans speaking before whatever bullshit they talking now? Hebrew. There was a guy in the 1500, forget his name. I think his name was Antonio something. I know the brother Shah know what I'm talking about. I think his name was Antonio, and he was in I think he was in Ecuador. He was like in the 1500s. He was in Ecuador. He said he came back. They were keeping Hebrew customs.
You see the pictures? They got fringes on. Just go look at some random pictures. They'll have fringes on.
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
And they'll be darker. As time goes on, because when they say Ephraim is a cake not turned. So over time, as they mix it more with these Edomites, they got lighter. But and speaking of which, what did Putin just bring out a few weeks ago? The Russian icons, which everybody knew about him. But why did he bring? Why did the Lord have this? What did the Lord say? I work on the minds of the kings. He had Putin bring out to say, yo, the real Jays are black. But you didn't say the so-called black people though. You just said they were dark, actually. But yeah, that's it. No, go ahead.
Yeah, everybody just forgot about that. I just like, oh, okay. Yeah, we knew that. Okay, but if you know that, you should ask more questions about life.
Word.
If you know that, why are they hiding those things? Why are they hiding those things? Why don't most of our people know history outside of slavery, before slavery?
And they barely want to know that.
Right.
They don't want to talk about we can talk about the America right now. What is happening to our people? The deportation camps, or not deport. What do they call them? What do they call those camps?
For who? You talking about?
The northern tribes.
Like the ICE?
Yeah. What about that? What about that? Y'all want to talk about free Palestine? Palestine is free. That's not their land either.
Verse 7, the Lord also shall save the tents of Judah first, and the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah.
So when did that happen for? What happened for them 48ers? They all together. They all in their own community. There was no in-house fighting. There's no tribe fighting amongst Amalek. Y'all all saying to be Judah though. Y'all said y'all are Jays, right? But when there were other tribes?
And like you said earlier, where's the house of David? Where are y'all talking about the house of David at?
Remember the brother said the president of Israel's name, his name is Benjamin.
Yeah.
But the Lord said Judah was going to be at the head. Why don't you name him Judah and Yahoo? BB? What? And then you called the fucking Palestinians Amalek. That's when you know you was at your end. You said that was Amalek, dog. That's nah. If that's Amalek, when did they have the upper hand over you? So it means that was them that oppressed you when you came out of Egypt? The pale, pasty face that you are when you came out of Egypt, huh? No, and nobody looks at you as godly. Even in our worst condition, we're still esteemed higher, the salt of the earth before anybody else. Our men, women, and children are better than everybody on the earth still. Where is that for y'all? Nobody, y'all be hiding in shit, hiding in tunnels and shit. And y'all wear the same clothes, no color, no swag, no nothing. You wear a broad cap over your head, tucked in like caterers. But you're supposed to be the God's chosen people. You're the children of the most living high, the one true living God. Okay. Why didn't nobody revive you as much as such?
No, I was just about to say, like, why nobody following y'all? Why nobody do things that y'all do? Y'all not the creators of nothing.
Word.
Y'all might have ownership over certain things because your wickedness, okay?
Yeah,
but
money,
you don't create anything. You don't bring anything to the table.
That's what they was saying about the music industry. They was talking about with Sexy Red, the new chicks, right? They were saying that the Interscope or one of them labels, they like planted them. Like it was two Amalekites. I forget the name. If I say the name, you might know him because like he was like part of Interscope and one guy was part of something else. And it basically like behind all these people, there's always an Amalekite, always. And I'm like, oh shit, that makes sense because y'all own everything. Y'all have the capital. Y'all have the money. And where'd you get your money from? How did you get so rich? How did you get your empire? You control the banks. You control the money. You control the money. That's us all need to know who the devil is, who controls the money, who controls the system. That's who you tell the devil is. And when they say, oh, you got to get you one of them J lawyers. Who's the judges? Who's the, yeah. That's Amalek. But yet you anti-S though. You got, he said something against, mommy, he said something against me. He said I was a murderer after I just only killed a couple thousand people.
And it's funny because your spirit always bear witness. I'm thinking about like an old video. This may be like 2008, 2009, back when the elders was on 34th and 7th. It was an Amalekite out there, a young Amalekite, and they were arguing back and forth, and they was cutting him. And then he walked around the corner and he walked back. He was like, my father's a lawyer. He's gonna sue you. He's gonna sue your ass.
Remember that.
Like that just shows you that's them, yo. They're just whiny bitches, man.
That's their system.
Yep.
The court system. Say I'ma sue you for what? For calling you a fake J? You're not your rabbis will tell you that. You've had Amalekite smallheads admit it years ago. Yeah, we know. If they know and everybody knows, why they get allowed to rock? That's how you know it's the Heavenly Father. Cause how they rocking? How they able to rock like that, man? And just know they're imposters. Ain't that a crime? False identity?
I just want to bring out, there's a football player, Emmanuel Acho, A-C-H-O, Akko, something like that. But anyway, he's a coon. But I want to bring it up because he has a book that's about to come out called, Uncomfortable Conversations with a J word. Okay?
Shit.
So he's basically trying to bring Jake and them together. But the reason he started making the book, because he said, in my walks of life, all my agents were Amalekite, all the owners of the football teams were Amalekite. Like everything I did, the owners were always Amalekite. So it made him curious and just wanted to get more information about him and shit. But just ask that, like, why is that? Why when you go to the top of these corporations and these organizations in all aspects of the world, why are they the J's? Why are they Amalekites?
Right.
That don't tell you something?
Why is it always a Steen or a Burger or fucking Berg? And they be changing their names too. Remember they be changing their names. Oh, and the brother brought a good point. I don't know if he was with us. He was saying that when they remember like all the Seth Rogen's when they like infiltrated Hollywood like in front of the camera. He said that's when all that like the G stuff started happening more. The off to the side stuff started happening more.
Oh God. Yep. Yeah.
Because I was like, oh shit, around 2005, 2006. That's when all the Judd Apatows, the Jonah Hills, all that. That's when they started like getting into like on the top of Hollywood, like in front of the camera. And that's when all of the weird shit started happening, man.
What else? Okay. Verse 7 again. The Lord also shall save the tents of Judah first, that the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah.
Word.
In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at the day shall be as David.
Word. They're not being defended by that. They're being defended by America. Babylon. Because who's giving them all their assistance? Who's giving them all their weaponry? America. Where is the God of your glory? The God of the heavens. The one true living God. Where is he at to defend your cause? You out here talking about anti-S. Man, fuck you. All them broadcasts, all you non-broadcasts, every single Amalekite, the Lord already got smoke for you, man. He said, remember Amalek from back then. And matter of fact, I got you, brother. And he said he was doing, he said Amalek, when we came out of Egypt, he was going to what? The back and to the weak ones. What is he doing now? The women, the weak women and children. He's not going against Hamas straight up. They're not on the ground with it, because they said when they went to the ground, that's when they started getting smoke. But you want to say something?
I kind of lost the thought, but go ahead.
Yeah, man. So that's up. And remember, the Lord said he had war with Amalek from generation to generation. And now you're being more and more exposed. Isaiah the 47th chapter. Now everybody sees that it's you. You go on Twitter, go on social media. Everybody knows it's them. Everybody knows that, yo, I'm getting more fed up with these bugs every day. Because everybody see what you're doing. You're killing women and children. And you don't think you have to pay for that? That's why Yahweh Shai, when he come back, he said he got smoke for you first. That's what the world enemy called Jesus Christ, by the way. When he come back, he got smoke for these small hats. The ones, the lawyers, the ones that own everything, that probably own your very apartment that you live in. Hey, you drop some. Hey, you drop something. Excuse me.
And it's like
No, I was saying.
And it's like, all right, if you are those chosen people, right? Let's just play it with y'all. You are those chosen people. Why are you aligning yourself with America, who is against everything of the scriptures?
Right.
Why would you align yourself with them? Because that shows you that you're not the chosen. That shows you not the chosen people.
Why? Yeah, because how you make money off of America? Because you own all the properties. I guarantee you, right? If you because you know, they got these they don't call them it's not sometimes like you apartment names, it'd be called something gardens. Mm-hmm. But who owns it, and you gotta see who the realtor or the fucking owner is. It's gonna be a rat name. Word is born.
And the reason the housing market is fucked up now, because if people don't know, a lot of companies are buying up blocks and stuff like that. Okay, so now they're increasing their price. So now if you go on Zillow, a house that maybe normally costs $250,000 is $450,000 now.
Yeah, and inflation too.
Yeah,
inflation.
But they're the ones that are doing it.
Yeah, they're the ones that they're responsible.
That's wickedness, man. Why would you do that? You know the homeless population is crazy. Is major here. So why would you make it harder to get housing?
Word. And
that shows you wicked.
The joint I watched, this guy, Edomite, he lives in Florida. He mostly talks about the realtor situation in Florida, but he said it's across all the states, really. But since he lives in Florida, he knows more about Florida. But he's basically saying that, look, the inflation got so crazy, people can't afford it. Some people can't afford their pets, can't afford the actual bare necessities of life. You have to pick and choose which one you want to pay for, and that's been going on for years, actually. But he said when the C-19. After the C-19, that's when it all went downhill. It hasn't really picked back up. And you have businesses closing. They're about to close ain't gonna be no more White Castle soon. I don't know if you heard about that. There's a major retail, all these restaurants, a lot of Cracker Barrels are closing, all White Castles. They closed some Taco Bells, Walgreens, CVS, IHOP, Burger King. What's that mean? That's jobs lost. It's people that work at these restaurants, man. Remember what they call it, bro? Cost of living. Yep. Cost of living. That's what they call it. For you to live, and they breathe the same air just like you. But that's why don't worry. Don't worry. The Lord's going to get them. Matter of fact, you get one of those verses real quick. Remember ambulance, we talk about them? I ain't going to stay on the devils too long, but we got to understand that, they're the ones in power, man. And everybody knows it because you see them. They creep their hands out now and again to come to the apartment to collect rent or whatever. The good one is
25:17.
That's a good one. Exodus 17 is a good one. But what's Deuteronomy 25? That's the one when we came out of Egypt. Yeah, read that one. That's
Deuteronomy 25:17. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way, when ye were come forth out of Egypt, how he met thee by the way, and smote the hindmost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou was faint and weary, and he feared not God.
So he feared not Yahweh. So what was he doing? He went to the back. The ones that were feeble, the weak ones. The ones, remember, we just came out of Egypt, so he probably get the ones that's tired and older.
Like a fucking coward.
Like a coward. And what's he doing now? Like a coward. You're not going up against them. What, all right, if you're going based on what happened October 7th, right? They said that there were 1,200 people and like a couple hundred hostages, right? You've killed almost 40,000 Palestinian women and children. With no woman, no child kidnapped nobody. Oh, we got, because BB said we have to do that. We have to make sure we get rid of Hamas. How you gonna get rid of Hamas? So they don't have no structure. They don't have uniforms. They don't have something you're like, yo, I'm part of Hamas. And the brother, you know what they're saying? It's an ethnic cleansing. They try to get the land. That's all it's about. They don't care about no hostages. Those hostages could be dead already. As much time was about, much they've been blowing shit up over there. Go ahead.
Verse 19, therefore it shall be when the Lord thy God hath given thee rest from all thine enemies round about in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it. That shalt thou blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. Thou shalt not forget it.
Oh, that's what they're probably trying to fulfill. They probably trying to think they're fulfilling that prophecy. Because that's the ones that's in the land with them. But little do they know that they're Amalek, though. They're Amalek. Like, these small heads don't understand that they're Amalek. Because think about it. You can't be the chosen people if you allowed, if those Palestinians are even there anyway. Because those Palestinians are there practicing Islam in the land of Israel. When did the Lord, where's that in the prophecies? That the Lord for a time was going to have the nation of Israel, the children of Israel, and another nation practicing another God in the land of Israel. Right?
That was
it? Oh, so, give me what I asked for before. Oh, real quick, give me Jeremiah the 30th chapter. And start around, no, excuse me, that's what I'm thinking about. Joel the 3rd chapter. Yeah, you can start from the top.
Joel 3 verse 1. For behold, in those days and in thy time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Now, half of that's being fulfilled right now, but think about this though. What captivity are y'all in that y'all being delivered from if y'all already in the land? Y'all already in the land. What captivity have you endured? And you can't say the cost. What captivity have you endured? Where was you at getting whipped? Where was you at getting oppressed? Are you trying to fit that now? You can't fit that and be on top, owning everything. Because who's oppressing you? That has the actual thing to actually oppress you and take your money, take your resources.
Master manipulator.
Master manipulator, fucking lying scumbag, man. Here it is, right? This is why America should be mad. Every single person in America, you're paying for what's going on right now. They just about to send Ukraine another $295 million in military aid. Here it is, Americans out here going broke, trying to pay their rent, but you giving these guys another couple $100 million on top of the small heads, some more billions on top of billions, and nobody mad about that? Okay, that's why when Yahweh Shai comes back, who the world called Jesus, he's gonna show you what anger is. Because we read earlier, the Lord said he's furious. And what is Yahweh Shai coming back to give? The wrath of the Lord, the Father's indignation. That's what Yahweh's gonna put all in Yahweh Shai. That's what Yahweh Shai is. Go ahead. You want to bring out something?
Nah, not yet.
All right.
Where was that at?
Maybe at the second verse or?
I will also gather all the nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel.
Now that's what's coming. That's what's brewing up every day right now. What is it? May 25th, 2024? That's what's brewing right now. Joel, the 3rd chapter, the 2nd verse. Everybody should remember these days, as days goes on, then boom, the Lord gonna be back. And he's gonna be back on the earth. And then everybody gonna be like, damn, shook as hell. I'm shook. We shook. The Lord said, with fear and trembling shall you serve him. Go ahead.
Whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
When did that happen to you? When would you when you so-called Jays, when were you scattered across the nations? If I'm not mistaken, bro, don't they have their own communities? Y'all be like real secluded amongst yourselves, especially the small hats. Even in the land, they don't like you in the land because y'all don't have to go into the military. And it says every quote unquote J citizen is supposed to enlist in the military.
Why when if you're a J and you commit a pedophile, you can escape to Israel? If you're the righteous, why would you allow that to happen?
Right.
Because in your what they follow? Was it the cabal or no?
Something like that, yeah.
In your beliefs, you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to mess with a child under 9 years old. That's in your book. That's wickedness, man. And people just walk around like, that's them. That ain't me. They ain't got nothing to do with me. That does have something to do with you, man. Because you're supposed to be in power. We're supposed to be in power. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man.
Where it said, he that justified the wicked is just as bad.
Exactly. Yep. Perfect.
He that justified the wicked is just as bad. What is it called? Guilt by association. Or you letting it slide. And here it is, right? You still got Hollywood. Look at all the stuff coming out about Hollywood. Diddy, all them Nickelodeon, those are all Amalekites, man. What's the dude's name? Harvey Weinstein. That's a fucking rat. That's an Amalekite. Who owns all these record labels? Who owns Cardi B? Who owns Beyonce? Who owns Nicki Minaj? Amalek, man. Those all record executives are Amalekites, man. Those fake gutter rats, man. Well, they ain't fake gutter rats. They fake J's. And here it is, our people still just letting them get a pass. That's how you know it's the Lord. When we was on the way to camp, we was like, yo, that's how you know the Heavenly Father is merciful, because he's allowing it. You still in Joel, right?
Yeah.
What part?
We're about to go to verse 3.
No, keep that going, actually. That's where he said depart the land.
Joel 3, verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine?
Now, it say Palestine, but back then, it's not talking about the Ishmaelites now, that's talking about them Hamites. Because if you go into Palestine, it's talking about Philistines. And who helped Esau bring us over here? Where were we at? Ooh, where were we at? Amongst Ham. Amongst the Zidonians, Jebusites, Hejudites, Cushites, all of them, man. Who helped Esau bring us over? That's why they try to say, oh, your own people brought you over here. No, that's not our own people. They come from Ham. We come from Shem. That's when the flood happened, Noah had 3 sons. The white man came from Shem. We came from Shem too. The Ishmael, Elam, the China, Japan, they came from Shem too. But them Hamites, those are Africans, man. Your Nelson Mandelas, your Barack Obama.
He even said, he was like, my people didn't go through the transatlantic slave trade.
Word. Obama or Mandela?
No, Obama said
Obama. See?
Because that wasn't his people.
They know. Yo, everybody know. Yo, to be up in the top, you have to know who to say. What is this? Why I say to tell a lie, you have to know the truth.
Yep.
You don't think Obama knows that he ain't a fucking so-called Negro? What is he fit to being with us if his people didn't go through the transatlantic slave trade? That's the whole point. The children of Judah were the ones that went through the transatlantic slave trade. When Columbus came over here and jacked up the Latinos and Latinas, that's how y'all got oppressed. Y'all was over here already. And y'all came over here in a 720-something BC. So you talk about 700 years before the Lord was even born. The so-called Native Americans, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, was all over here already. And you weren't calling yourselves Cuban. You weren't calling yourselves Colombian. You weren't calling yourself Puerto Rican. You were the Hebrew Israelites. You spoke Hebrew. Go ahead.
And to show that our people are so blind, they'll put it right in front of your face. Steven Spielberg, who was a J in the movie Amistad, when they were on the boat, they were praying to the east. They were calling on. They were saying Yah. They had the turbans and garb on. Mm-hmm. They put it right in front of your face. But y'all, we just look past it. As a people, we just look past that.
And that's another thing too. If you ask a quote unquote Hispanic person, what would you speak in before Spanish? Because Spanish is not your native tongue. That's not your first language. What were you speaking before Columbus and those scumbags came over here and kicked your ass? Why do Haitians speak French? What's the other Creole?
Creole, yeah.
But that's like the form of the French. It's a lot when you go back into the secular history. Like the history and the scriptures add up. First and foremost, think about it like this, right? This is what made me an actual this is the truth. If you go back in history, you can't go past the Babylonians. You can't go past the Babylonians. Who are the Babylon, the initial Babylonians? Who was that? Cush. Who was Cush? Noah's grandson. That's when civilization started back up after the flood. No historian, I believe that was his grandson. Yeah, Cush. Yeah. No, you can't go past that in secular history. Cause remember what the Lord said, real quick. I know I'm all over the place. You give me Genesis, the 7th chapter, to like the 23rd verse. Cause this is what actually scripture that actually, to me, even though I believed already, but just solidify more that this is the actual truth. And that even history matches up with the Bible. Every other religion has a start.
So Genesis 7:23.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Genesis 7 verse 23.
What is that 22 real quick? Start at 21.
Genesis 7 verse 21. And all flesh died that moved upon the earth, both of fowl and of cattle and of beast and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, and every man.
Damn, think about how high the water is that the fowls died. I be forgetting about that detail. Like the fowl, cause like water you see a bird flying, the birds don't get, I think the highest flying bird is an eagle, right? So, I mean, we can still see an eagle if it was flying, and they like, if water went up that high, it's like, yo, y'all can't fly, where you gonna fly? Right?
And just a quick reminder, we see that the fowl were killed in the flood. But remember, what's coming down the pike is going to be worse than that. So that's why you should fear Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. If all the birds were killed, that's how high the water was. But the destruction at the end, the fire is going to be worse than that.
Word.
That should put fear in you, man.
Word, because Noah had to have the I forget what bird did he send out? It wasn't a dove. It was like a raven or something like. But he sent out a bird to get to get the thing. And if he didn't come back, or if he came back, when he had the thing and it said like it was dry land.
This is Genesis 7:21 starts out. And all flesh died that moved upon the earth, both of fowl and of cattle and of beasts and of everything and every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, and every man.
Oh, I was about to say, because it said, so that means insects, birds, beasts, and man. So when you get off talking about the world, the earth is millions of years old, and millions of years humans inhabited the earth. Where is that at? Where's that documentation? Because the Lord said all substance was destroyed. So that means records, like whatever motherfuckers was drawn and whatever. But it go deep.
And all in those nostrils, all in whose nostrils was the breath of life of all that was in the dry land died.
Died. Reset. That was a global reset. And that's 22?
Yeah.
And I got to 23.
And every living substance was destroyed, which was upon the face of the ground.
Every living substance was destroyed upon that was on the face of the ground. Every single thing. It said all substance.
To show you how Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is spiritual, that dude that just walked by had a Raven jersey on. What is Raven? Sure. That represents death. We're talking about death right now. And every living substance was destroyed, which was upon the face of the ground, both man and cattle, and the creeping things, and the fowl of the heaven, and they were destroyed from the earth. And Noah only remained alive, and they that were and with him in the ark.
So Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, and their wives. 8 souls. 8 souls that had life in them, and then the animals. But as man goes, that was all the man that survived. So, and hence, that's why it says, after the flood, post-flood, after the flood, that's when earth and man started to repopulate again. It's simple. It's quite simple. And when you go to real quick, I'm gonna get off that. Go to the 9th chapter, I believe, when it talks about Nimrod. I think it's the 9th chapter, maybe 10th. Because it talks about all the sons they had, but I'm talking about when it goes to Nimrod. I think that might be chapter 9 and 10. Word. Yeah, word. 10 to 8 actually.
10 and 8. Genesis 10 verse 8. And Cush begat Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth.
Uh-huh.
He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babal,
Yeah.
and Erech, and Akkad, and Calneh, in the land of Shinar.
And you can't go past that. There's nothing past that. Because that was them Babylon, them Hamites. Remember what they said? I remember the brother said, Taza Doc said, when you go into like these other, like even Roman Catholics and all that shit, they all have like a similarity to Babylon. Because that's where the shit started. Back up again, I should say.
And to get back on you devils real quick. Even so how corny you are, even your wickedness comes from somebody else.
Word.
Like you don't have nothing original about you. You're just wicked, a copycat devil, man.
Word. Your only uniqueness is how wicked you are.
Yeah. Yeah, you go to the extremes, but you're taking your wickedness from other places.
You don't have no like originality.
You're a scavenger.
Yeah, you a bastard. You a vagabond. That's you, Esau, the so-called white man. And we say the so-called white man, we only say it because that's who the majority of them are. But we know that the Lord scattered us even amongst these devils. So you're gonna have people that look like everybody else. But we talk about the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Yeah, this is about nations, not skin color.
Not skin color, man. Not appearance. Where the Lord even said it. Judge on a man on his outer appearance. You don't think you...
Getting out into endless genealogies.
Word. Cause like, yo, that's why we say you better hope you just come from the line of Jacob, because you can come from the line of Abraham, you can come from the line of Isaac. But the Lord confirmed it with Jacob though. Because think about it, Esau comes from the line of Abraham and Isaac. Ishmael comes from the line of Abraham and Isaac. Ishmael was Isaac's brother. But that was the son that was had with what? The handmaid. Go ahead.
Out of the land went forth ashore and builded Nivea and the city Rehoboth and Calah.
Oh, that's pretty. Yeah. Yeah, but that's where you can't go past that, because when you go past that, that's all the substance the Lord destroyed. He said he destroyed all substance that was on the earth. And when you go into history, because I remember I was talking to Shad, I might have called you too. I was like, yo, I was like thinking about like, yo, can nobody go past that time? A few thousand, thousand years ago? Because they say the earth is millions of years old, but not as far as man's existence. And man, when we're talking about, man always writes things down. Man always leaves a record. But the Lord said he destroyed all the substance that was on the earth. And then he restarted that again with Noah and his sons. Who was Cush? Who was Nimrod? They came from Ham, Noah's son. That's the proof right there. That's the proof in the pudding. That's the proof in the Bible, that the Bible maps up with history. Go ahead. The whatchamacallit, did you read the Joel where he said, depart in my land?
Yeah, I think so. Let's see, Joel 3.
Cause I have get verse 4 too. Cause it ain't gonna stop. Yo, it ain't gonna stop with y'all just being destroyed. Now you gotta get on top what's gonna happen once we get back on top. That's what the people didn't consider. Cause it said, Esau, you didn't consider your latter end. And now you're facing your latter end every day. Think about it. Every day that goes on, you're getting closer to your latter end. Go ahead.
Verse 4. Yea, and they that have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine, will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head.
Hell yeah. And he's doing that now. And let's say like Palestine, because we talk about Obama. I think in Kenya, that's where they had the. I don't know if you heard. It was a couple weeks ago. They had the major flooding there too. And matter of fact, now I think in Africa, I think in the Congo area, I think they're having a bunch of issues going on. So the Lord got all the uproars. He got all of this stuff going on throughout all these nations. Just like he said in the book of Joel, when he's out to sit and judge all the heathen round about. And he's doing it right now, and he's making you destroy yourselves. All this in-house fighting, all of this, all that. And what did the Lord say about Esau, Edom? And saying house be divided, how shall it stand? If you got J's against other J's, how you gonna get on the same page? Because Bibi said he's not gonna stop. America said they're not gonna stop supporting them. So how's it gonna stop? They keep talking about once the war ends. The Lord said you shall have war with Amalek from generation to generation. So that means until you're destroyed, it's gonna be war. And they've been in war since they've been in that land. Brothers always bring it up. They've been in that land. It's been war ever since they've been in that land.
Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians.
What's that good point they made? What? Oh, they sold to the Grecians. You had mine sold to the Grecians, right? But who helped make the sheep? The ships. I remember that's when I first got to the truth. They said the Arabs did that. Who were the Arabs? Ishmael. Who was that in Palestine? Ishmael. You got to get this work too. The Lord said, all the heathen round about, he shall judge. That's why the Lord is killing those Palestinians, man. Because Allah is not saving them. He said, what did the Lord say he's mighty to save? That means Allah's not too mighty. I guess he's still in that. That's a long coffee break, guy. That's a long coffee break, Allah. I mean, you want to wait till you get to 100,000, 200,000? Wait till you get to 1 million? Because he's pleading our cause, because the one that's prophesied in his name, he protects. You can have the ones that don't believe, but we're talking about the ones he protects. They scream Allah Akbar, all that shit, Buddha, all that all day long. But does it save them? Does it save them? Nope.
The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them from far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head.
And what's that main place? What's the main place where we're going to get delivered out of? America, the daughter of Babylon, that art to be destroyed. America can't come back from the deficit it's in. America come back from the moral deficit it's in. America's completely fucked, completely screwed. And as days goes on, America's going to get more and more screwed and more hated for your association with who? Them Amalekites. Even white American citizens do not like what the government is doing. That's what Saints' house is divided. Go ahead.
And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabines and to the people, to a people far off. For the Lord hath spoken it.
Yeah.
Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up.
So now that he got his prophets out, prophesying against his place, then he says what? Now prepare war. Because now it's time for you to be destroyed now. All except the Gentiles. You other nations. You Ishmaelites. You Edomites. You Hamites. You Elamites. And now it's your turn to be under us. And after you get back under us, you should never come back over us again. Matter of fact, you can drop that. Go to Isaiah, the 53rd chapter. No, 52nd chapter.
You said 57?
52nd, excuse me, 52.
Sorry, top?
Yeah.
Isaiah 52:1. Awake, awake. Put on thy strength, O Zion. Put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city. For henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean.
Word, you hear that? No more. So that stops with Esau. That stopped with Esau when he did it. He was the last nation to come and have rulership over us. Along with you other nations as well, but he was the last to be on the top. El Blanco. The white man, he was a pale face. That's who's ruling now, obviously, because what we said before, they own everything, they run everything. Those are the ones at the top.
And he's so wicked, he'll put it in our face. He'll let these other nations come over here and give them a head start while we've been here the whole time.
Which is also part of the curses.
Yep.
The stranger shall get high above thee. Because it's not like they're so smarter than us. That's the thing too. The Lord didn't take away none of our abilities. He just took away, like, you know, like the how you say it, he took away like our spirit. He took away our immortality. He took away our good graces. He took away his hand. Matter of fact, if you get that there's my phone, Jeremiah the 30th chapter.
Drop this.
What are you reading?
Isaiah 52.
Oh no, finish that verse and read the second verse actually.
Shake thyself from the dust. Arise and sit down, O Jerusalem. Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck, O captive daughter of Zion.
And that's what's happening right now as we speak. That's what's happening right now as we speak. We loosen the bands off our necks, man. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is put his name back on the earth. And think about it. Once that happened, that's when these devil shit went down more. Think about it. When the Lord said, I'll put my name back on the earth. I'll put my name back on the earth. It's crazy out here. Put his name back on the earth. That's when his kingdom was going to go down more and more. And when you think about that, this, right? We measure the time. Me and you are 80s babies. So the 70s, late 60s, right? The truth came out, right? In the midst of all that, what happened before that? All the desegregation, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all that fuck shit. And then the Lord had the truth come right after that. And it endured since then. And since then, as time went on, what happened with Esau's kingdom? His technology advanced. Advanced into what? The how the beast system. His end. When them rats got there in 1948, that was only 75 years ago. It's 75-year-old people walking around the earth right now. So now that this devil has got his technology so advanced, now it's time for that mark. It's time for the emerald, it's time for the charagma. And that's the very key thing that we're watching out for. Because once that happens, it's definitely going to go quicker than it is now. Right?
For thus saith the Lord, ye have sold yourselves for naught, and ye shall be redeemed without money. For thus saith the Lord God, my people went down aforetime into Egypt to sojourn there, and the Syrian oppressed them without cause.
Whoa! So Assyrian oppressed them without cause. Egypt. We're still in the spiritual Sodom and Egypt to this day. The Assyrians are another nation. I believe the Japhets. That's another nation. So y'all, all you nations are done right now. Because y'all not going because if y'all going off of Esau's system, if Esau's going down, y'all think one of y'all got next? You think Moab think they try to say Moab got next. Well, you see what the Lord said about Moab in Jeremiah, the 48th or 49th chapter, the pride of Moab. You ain't got to get that. But it said the calamity shall come upon Moab. Look what's been happening to them. They began hella earthquakes, badass earthquakes, like 7-point-some earthquakes. They get flooded too. So the Lord covering all aspects of his grounds. The Lord said it, thy will shall be done. Actually, you can read a little bit more than that third chapter. Or 52nd chapter, excuse me. I think about the Syrian.
Verse 5, yeah. Now therefore, what have I here, saith the Lord, that my people is taken away for naught. They that rule over them make them to howl, saith the Lord. And my name continually every day is blasphemed.
Ooh, so you know the Lord ain't going to allow that for too much longer. He ain't going to allow himself to be known as Jesus Christ. Our Lord's name is Yahushua, and that name is going to be elevated throughout the whole earth. It's already elevated in the heavens, but wait till you come back to the earth.
And it's not just necessarily the name, it's the scriptures also, because that represents him. And we know that is being called evil now. They're trying to get rid of the Bible.
Word. What did he say? He said, I come in the volume of the book. The Psalms and prophets concerning me. Yahushua said that in the book of Luke. Think about how swag that is. He said, well, Moses wrote of me. Yo, you gotta get that real quick, but a little later, but continuing on.
Therefore my people shall know my name, Therefore they shall know in that day that I am he that doth speak. Behold, it is I.
That day is approaching. I think I might just send that to you. That day is approaching. That great day of Yahweh's return is approaching. And no one can stop it. You can't go back to the hands of time. That's what Uriel asked Esdras. He said, can you go back to the day that has passed? No one can. Today's Saturday, May 25th. Nobody can go back to May 24th. Nobody can go back to May 23rd. And then tomorrow on the 26th, nobody's going to be able to go back to the 25th. It's over for America. America is finito. Finito. America is finito. No more, no good. That's what I thought you said.
Real quick.
Okay.
Just to give praise to our Lord. This 1 Samuel 2:2. There is none holy as the Lord, for there is none beside thee, neither is there any rock like our God.
Any rock like her, and no protection like there is no protection except for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Jesus ain't been protecting nobody. Allah ain't been protecting nobody. Buddha ain't been protecting nobody. And you know what the proof is? Allah not protecting nobody. Just look at Palestine. Our God said, well, he's a God that he can save. It said that they pray to a God that cannot save. That's why the Palestinians are getting bombed the shit out of every day, even as we speak. That's what's going down. And America ain't gonna be no different. This shit about to get bombed.
Yeah, what is your talking to our people? What have your Jesus done for you?
Yeah.
What has he done for you? Because I know y'all love to say y'all saved. But saved from what?
Word.
You still living in the fucked up position. Even if you're good, the people ain't.
Word. Remember, that's what the Lord said. He said he deal with individuals sometimes, but we're talking about the nation. And if you are good, are you talking about just financially?
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all that matters to them.
Because you're not good. Some of you not good health-wise. You're not good spiritually-wise. And what is really good financially? Because when you think about it, bro, they were saying, that's what the Edomite was saying, look, some people could be well off, but they think about it, you can't not go to work. You can't say, you know what, I'm gonna take 2 months off. I ain't gonna tell my boss or nothing. And I'm gonna just come back to work. Nobody can do it. I dare somebody to do that. Even if you own your own company, you don't want to be away that long. Unless you got like a good team behind you. But even that, you need all hands on deck. But the name Yahushai is going to be back on the earth. You're going to understand that's your God. That's his name. Everybody wants their name. You don't want nobody calling you the wrong name, right? If your name is like Tyrone and someone calling you Darrell, you're going to correct them and say, that's not my name.
And not even that, it ain't even got to be calling you a wrong name. If somebody mispronounce your name, you correct them on that. So imagine the creator of everything, you calling him the wrong name.
Word.
You calling his son the wrong name. That's disrespectful.
And it's going to hurt you in the long run because what are you going to cry on in your time of calamity? That's what the Lord said, you're going to laugh. He said, they that call upon my name, they that call upon my name shall be saved. Ain't nobody been saved calling Jesus. Nobody. They still died. I'm pretty sure when they was on a plane crash or some kind of traumatic event, they said, Jesus, Jesus, Allah. They still died. They still got messed up. So again, they prayed to a God that cannot save. The book of Isaiah, the 45th chapter, the 20th verse, I believe. But go ahead.
And I was just gonna say, and it's like, come on, man. You still praying to Jesus. The letter J wasn't created until the 1500s. So why, like, that, just something simple as that should be like, okay. Like, even if you didn't even get the name wrong after that, to still call upon Jesus to show your laziness and the fact that you don't care. You're not taking it serious. You're not taking who you believe your Lord is serious.
You said the 1700s, right?
No, no, 15.
I think it was the 1700s.
1524.
But even still, right? Check this out. Let's say the J was around back then. That still wasn't his name. But just so that detail is like, damn, it wasn't even around? And you call him that? That means that people look at me if I say, man, fuck Jesus. He used the Lord's name in vain. No, I didn't. That's not his name. So I'll say, fuck Jesus one more time. Fuck Allah, fuck all these other gods, man. They don't do nothing. It don't mean nothing. It's Yahushua and Yahweh the Father. They're utter that. It said the Lord. Well, speaking of which, can you give me the pollen, right? Can you give me Malachi, the first chapter, and it's the last verse? Because it proved that the Lord's name ain't Jesus, because anybody can say Jesus.
This is Malachi 1 and 14.
Yeah, come on.
But cursed be the deceiver, which hath in his flock a male, and voweth and sacrificeth unto the Lord a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, saith the Lord of hosts, and my name is dreadful among the heathen.
My name is dreadful among the heathen. So if something's dreadful, you're not gonna just utter it like it ain't nothing. Remember when we came to Egypt, what did they say? Don't come through. Nah. We seen what Yahweh did to the Egyptians. What they call him, a demon-like power. Great and dreadful power. Dreadful power. The Lord's name is dreadful among the heathen. Those are heathens over there in the land. Why do you think they don't say the name Yahweh or Yahushua? They say Ba Hashem. Ba Hashem in the name? Whose name? Who's giving you the power to do what you're doing, Amalek? It would be the American government. Like, come on, man. Y'all done. And y'all know y'all done. That's why you call them Palestinians Amalek. Why you say that name out of all people? Because y'all know. Y'all fucking know, man. Y'all know. You could have said anybody. You could have said literally anybody. And you could have been anybody. But you went to that land and said you were those people for a reason. Can you give me real quick Ezekiel the 36th chapter? Around the 5th verse. Cause the plan continues, man. This continues. This is always gonna be the last days of America. It's never gonna go back to what it was. Make America great again. You can say it all you want. It's still going to shit. And on top of that, what did Donald Trump say? His biggest fear is nuclear annihilation. Why is that? If you big and bad, America.
35:1?
No, 36. Chapter 36, verse 5.
Verse 5, stop.
Yeah.
Ezekiel 36, verse 5.
I think it starts there.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea which have appointed my land into their possession.
Ooh, you fit that though.
What?
You fit that though. That's what if you want to talk about in the land, you fit that, my nigga.
Word. Y'all niggas.
Word. And it said all Idumea. Idumea, that's another code word for Esau. I believe the Greek version. Idumea, Edom, it's the same people. Go ahead.
And against all Idumea which have appointed my land into the possession with the joy of all their heart and despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey.
So check it out. It said the residue of the heathen. So Ishmael there is a residue of the heathen, right? But it said all Idumea. All the nation of Esau. The whole house of Esau shall be cut off by slaughter. It didn't say that about no other nation. Not one. Now he did say y'all nothing. He said that other nations are nothing and are like spittle, but he ain't gonna make them destroyed. So they go to show that's why they hide from being Esau, because they know to come in judgment to Esau. But you can't change that you're not Esau. You can't change that you're Esau though. You can lie, you can spin the truth as much as you want, but at the end of the day, you know that you're Esau Edom. At least the higher ups do. Go ahead.
Verse 6, prophecy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains, and to the hills, to the rivers, and to the valleys, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because ye have borne the shame of the heathen.
So who's the governing body in the land of Israel right now? Idumea. And the government of the world, Idumea, Amalek. Why do you think America's on their jockstrap so hard? Why is that? Nobody ask the question. Why are they sending them base? Hold up. First off, you mentioned homelessness, right? Homelessness is running rampant in America. If America, right, the average person will be good with like a couple $1 million. I'll say, right, we'll be good with millions of dollars, right? You're sending Amalek billions of dollars at a time. When your own land, your own people are struggling. Make that make sense. Please tell me how that makes sense. Billions. And on top of that, you said America is trillions of dollars in debt? Where are you getting this money from? Aha. That's another question. Where are you getting this money from? If you're in trillions of dollars of debt, who are you in debt with? The higher up, the central bankers, the elites. Those are the ones that's giving America the money. Those are the ones really calling the shots. And who is that? That's also Amalek. What? Oh shit, look at this one.
Verse 7. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, I have lifted up my hand, surely the heathen that are about you, they shall bear their shame. But ye, O mountains of Israel, ye shall shoot forth your branches and yield your fruit to my people of Israel, for they are at the hand to come.
So he told to the land is going to sprout out for us. Because look, brothers always talk about it. And the land of Israel now, but they said the brothers, not brothers, but they got the people in Israel, they have to get trees imported there. Why is it deserts over there? The land is supposed to be plentiful. The Lord said when Israel got back into that land, we'll be like, we're in great in number. Great in number. Where's your great numbers? Why are you dying? Why does, I got you. Why does Israel, why do you have to have a bomb shelter in every crib? If y'all such in a good case, y'all don't have to worry about nothing. Why you gotta worry about some kind of attack?
Now I was gonna say, because you brought up great in numbers, and it's funny because they always say how small they are. Like how many of them there's actually are. I can't think of the number in my head, but it's a small amount of them.
Yeah.
But where are the great in numbers at?
Word.
If you are the people.
And not to get on some like carnal shit, why are the women of the earth not desiring to be with you? I never heard of a chick getting with a Amalekite like, yo, he's so like, oh my gosh, every time I'm around him, I get butterflies in my stomach. They see you and they get appalled. Only reason why people deal with y'all is because y'all got the money.
Got the power.
But here it is, you got, it's funny. This is Russian girl, right? But she lives in Jamaica now, and she like talk with a Jamaican accent. And I was looking at her like, yo, why is a Russian woman in Jamaica living with 3 children, by the way, mixed babies? Why is that? Why are you going to why are you going to the men at the bottom? Why do women and the other nation want to get with the so-called black man, Hispanic man, and Native American man if they don't have nothing?
And I was gonna say, you done?
Yeah.
You know, because our women, they go to these other countries, but they go to these other countries on the premises of getting money out the situation. But you got Edomites, they go to Jamaica, they go to these islands because they just want to go, they want to fuck, they desire the men. So why are our men at their lowliest still able to get these women? Because they see that spirit in us.
Right, and that's why the whole thing goes with the talk about the Edomites women taking all the athletes and shit like that, because they're going after the ones with the money. Yep. But they were with them before they had the money. That was the thing. They was with them before they had the money. Now, they could have seen whatever potential, obviously. But what about the ones that don't get with no athletes at all? That just come to the hood. I remember Heathcliff, we just talked about rest in peace. They said they had these white girls come there. They used to top them off, and they was coming from what's that school? Not Bishop R. One of them schools, like one of them. One of them schools. Coming through just to slob them off. I don't see Jake women going to the white boy school just to do it, just to have sex with a white boy.
It has to be.
They getting something out of it. Yeah, because like the brother said, the Edomite is not getting nothing out of it. Butt dick. So why she cut? She's risking her. Cause I ain't gonna talk too much about the women, but they were talking about I was on the Yahoo question and answers, and they said that the Edomite women experimented the most. Guess when? When they went to college. Why? They're out of their parents' radar. You know, the little bit of jakes that's there, the athletes. When he got game.
Oh yeah, yep.
Those are 2 white girls. Mm-hmm. Why? Why do you want to be around Jake? Why do you want to be around Jake so bad? Because why? We're the salt of the earth. You can't buy that. That's one thing your money can't buy. She did go. It went up. How long was it?
Hour and like 40 minutes, right?
Yeah, so word. So Jeremiah the 30th chapter, boom. We're gonna finish that out to the end.
So start at where?
Where it says then it's 15, it should be 15 then.
Jeremiah 30:15.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Jeremiah 30 verse 15. Why criest thou for thine affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thine iniquity. Because thy sins were increased, I have done these things unto thee.
That's the accountability. You said it earlier, the accountability. That's why we can't trip when we go in our own selves, go through certain things. When we go through things, that's it right there. I think about that scripture like, damn. Like, damn. And remember the Lord said, I think in the book of Job, he said, you're not even getting the punishment that your iniquity deserve, which is what? Death. We're supposed to be dead. Right? 16, I believe.
Yes. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity.
Yeah, we're going to be the new slave owners, man. We're going to be the new rulers on the earth. That's what's coming. It said, all that devour thee shall be devoured and go into captivity. No more shall our women be raped by the oppressors. No more shall our children be kidnapped. We're going to be the oppressors, but in righteousness. We're not going to do it how these devils did it. Go ahead.
Every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that they prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
All the heathens spoiled us, man, because they all had part. Because if they didn't, why they got Chinese restaurants, chicken shacks to Ishmael, with the African hair braiders, what else? Indian, the corner stores, 7-Elevens, liquor stores. Liquor stores. It's always going to be another nation. You have to go to your enemy for the one of all things. Go ahead.
Verse 17, for I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord, because they called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after.
And when I think when the NLT in that verse, it said that no one cared for it. Matter of fact, you got the NLT? You got the blue that joint? I think it was that verse where it said no man seeketh after. I think it says that they didn't care about. So like that's what's cut. That's the future prophecy. That's coming up real soon. We just gotta wait for America to be destroyed.
But you want to check which one?
Verse the one you just read where it said no man seeketh after. This pollen is annoying.
This is. The word is darash.
No, not the definition.
Oh, okay.
The NLT, the verse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think it says that they didn't care for it. Because they didn't care about, because like nobody talked about free the Negroes. Or the Hispanics, Native Americans and shit. I think it was that verse, yeah. So that's what's coming, man. All that devoured us going to be devoured, man. They're going to go into captivity under us. We got next, and we ain't going to be taking that apart today.
I will give you back your health and heal your wounds, saith the Lord. For you are called an outcast, Jerusalem, for whom no one cares.
No one cares. Nobody cares about the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American. But guess who does care, and that's the only one we need to care, is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But it's going to start with the elect. It's not going to be the whole nation like he did in Egypt, man. Because some of our people are so far gone. So defiled. Shit, we're defiled, but we're hoping for at least to be, you know what I'm saying? We're trying. Rehearse the righteous acts. You have our people that don't even want to care to rehearse the righteous acts. They don't want to believe it. Go ahead.
Keep reading the NLT or you want
No, you go back to regular. Yeah, you go back to regular.
Verse 18, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tents, and have mercy on his dwelling places, and the city shall be builded upon her own heap, and the place shall remain after the manner thereof.
So after you build something, first off, in the land of Israel right now, it's mad rubble going on. Because remember, where Gaza, the Palestinians at, that's still technically the land that was parted by these heathens. Because that's what Amalek are trying to do. They're trying to take control of the whole land. And I was funny, I was talking to the brother, I think I might have sent it, I don't know, I sent it on Instagram. I was like, yo, it's crazy because like, what the Lord is doing, he's having Amalek get rid of Ishmael, but then Yahushua gonna get Amalek out of here. Because you see how the Lord is focused on Israel because he's in that land as well. But Amalek, he gonna get you personally, man. He gonna get you, you gonna see him take you out of that land. But go ahead.
So at the top. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tents, and have mercy on his dwelling places. And the city shall be built upon her own heap, and the place shall remain after the manner thereof. Word. And out of them shall proceed thanksgiving, and the voice of them that make merry. And I will multiply them, and they shall not be few.
Word, my bad, because you still have in certain parts of them quote unquote them Amaleks, they're still not in because the northern part of that land, they still been what's the word, displaced. They're waiting to go. They're waiting for the call to go back over there. You ain't going back over there, man. And if you do, you better get prepared to still get taken right back out. Best believe that. Thus saith Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. But continue.
And I will multiply them, and they shall not be few. I will also glorify them, and they shall not be small.
Word. We shall not be few and be glorified. Where's your glory at, man? Nobody fuck with you. Nobody fuck with y'all. Like, think about that. That's part of the glory that the nations shall worship you. That's glory. You want to say something?
No.
Oh, go ahead.
Their children also shall be as aforetime, and their congregation shall be established before me, and I will punish all that oppress them.
Punish all that oppress them. And who's the main oppressor? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. That's the main oppressor of the Israelites, man. The house of Edom. Who's at the top? Esau. For Esau of the end of the world, Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. We got next. We got next. We got next to the controllers, and we never putting the controller down. Yahushua is coming back to take his earth back. For all the earth is his, he said. Go ahead.
And I just wanted to point out, because it says, all that oppress them, yes, Esau is the main culprit, but you other nations are going to get your ass kicked too. I just wanted to say that because y'all not going to go through this unscathed.
Word. Yeah, because the only thing y'all really have, the only thing that Esau has over y'all is that they have the perpetual hatred. The other nations don't really hate Jake. They're just taking advantage of a good situation. But it's not like you'll have an Israelite be like, yeah, I hate these niggas so much. No, but they make money, and they're not trying to help us get back on top because that means they're going to be less on top of us. This is how it goes. You can't fault them, but at the end of the day, the Lord is. Go ahead.
And their nobles shall be of themselves, and their governors shall proceed from the midst of them. And I will cause him to draw near, and he shall approach unto me. For who is this that engaged his heart to approach unto me, saith the Lord?
And who's that head? Who is that? That's Yahushua. Who's going to be the head governor? Governor, excuse me. Who's going to be the head over the nation of Israel? Yahushua. And it said what? That our own people are going to be over, because right now, they let anybody rule over them. Matter of fact, they let Esau. But they be voting for Edom. Biden is an Edomite. That's talking about Biden. No more Bidens, no more Trump, no more Kamala Harris, no more Obama. That's not our people either. No more none of these other nations. It's going to be all Israelites on the top. Damn, right in time. Good shot right there. Yeah, go ahead.
And their nobles shall be of themselves, and their governors shall proceed from the midst of them, and I will cause them to draw near, and he shall approach unto me. For who is this that engaged his heart to approach unto me, saith the Lord? And ye shall be my people, and I will be your God. Behold, the whirlwind of the Lord goeth forth.
Oh, excuse me, read that part again. He shall be my people.
Verse 22, and ye shall be my people, and I will be your God.
Well, check this out. I forget what we read earlier, but it said the same exact thing. Ye shall be my people, and I shall be your God. That's us. We're the chosen. And we I'm glad to be part of the chosen, but like, it's not like we had any choice of this. It was the Lord's choice. The Lord said, I brought you as a peculiar people unto myself, a peculiar treasure. We just existed. Damn, crazy.
Behold, the whirlwind of the Lord goeth forth with fury, a continual whirlwind. It shall fall with pain upon the head of the wicked.
It made me think about a brother said, he's like, yo, think about it. You couldn't have been born an Edomite.
Yeah. I always think about that. Like, give praise to Yahushua.
You could have been born in another nation. Yeah, you could have been born in another nation. And it's funny because the way we've been living, it sucked to be us. But now knowing, like, all right, now we know what's coming. But like, yeah, we have a hope. Oh, we're prisoners of hope. Yeah. But these nations have their glory now. But now it's dwindling down. That's why the Lord has this war popping off. Because now it's time to judge y'all. Same. I mean,
behold, the whirlwind of the Lord goeth forth with fury, and a continual whirlwind. It shall fall with pain upon the head of the wicked. The fierce anger of the Lord shall not return.
Oh, fall with pain on the who?
The wicked.
The head of the wicked, too.
The head of the wicked.
Who is the head of the wicked? You got Esau, Edom, who's the wicked, but who's the head of Esau? Amalek. That's the head tribe. That was Esau's grandson. And ooh, it makes you think about it. It's a three thing, right? Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Jesse, David, Solomon. What's the other trio? What's another trio? I forget, but just think about that. The third. Noah had three sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. There's always a trio. But who is Solomon though in the reincarnation? That's Yahweh. That's too deep, but that's Yahweh Shai. That was the first spirit created. That was the spirit that's in Solomon. He told John what? I come from the root of Jesse, the line of David. The tribe of Judah. That's why Judah, the tent should be built first. That's the Lord's tribe. That's the house of David's tribe. David came from the tribe of Judah.
The fierce anger of the Lord shall not return until he have done it, and until he have performed the intents of his heart. In the latter days he shall consider it.
Yeah, because these devils, they be talking about, when the war ends. No, the Lord said he's going to continue this, and it shall not stop. Matter of fact, read that part again. I want to get it in context.
Jeremiah 30:24. The fierce anger of the Lord shall not return until he have done it.
Till he have done it. Till he've done what? All his prophecies, man. We can't get out of here, out of captivity until, first and foremost, the MOTB. We can't get out of here until Yahweh comes back. Why did the Lord say, wait ye upon me? Until I send my son Yahweh back, till I raise up to the prey. Yahweh is going to be the one who's mighty to save. That's why he's called the Savior. We can't go get none of it out of this situation until the world called Jesus comes back. But his name is Yahweh. Ain't gonna be no other, everything's been tried. Everything's been done. You tried protesting, you tried even going physical. But how you gonna go against the devil with his own blessing? How you gonna go with guns? Where you gonna get the bullets from? Where you gonna get the guns from? Even if you make your own guns and bullets, where you gonna get the metal from? Where you gonna get the lead from? You have to go to your devil for anything. You have the joint? Because we about to close up. But I know you want to. You know what I'm saying? So, like, where are you going to get this stuff from? Go ahead.
Until you have done it, and until you have performed the intents of his heart. In the latter days, ye shall consider it.
In the latter days, you should consider it. And what are we in now? We're in the latter days. And as more and more time goes on, people are going to consider it. Chuck, you want to get in? Oh, damn. This is there. So, I mean, you want in?
Yeah, just real quick, I've been having a lot of struggles getting to camp the past few weeks. Satan literally doesn't want the, prophets out here in full force. But through the spirit, we fighting. You know what I mean? We fighting. Do me a favor, give me Mariana. Might as well.
Okay, that's my, yeah. What scripture you said?
Romans 13:10. Because Satan, that's Satan's job to make difficulty for brothers to serve the Most High. All right, you got it?
Romans 13:10. Love worketh no ill to his neighbor.
That's not it. So it's probably 13 or 11, right?
I think it's 11 then.
11?
Oh, yeah, okay. Romans 13:11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
And now it is high time for our people to awake out of sleep, man. We sleeping out here. We sleeping out here thinking all this is permanent. We sleeping out here thinking that this is the way it's going to be. And it's not. Read on.
For now is our salvation nearer than we believe.
And we're closer to the end than we ever thought. You don't see the world collapsing around you? Because we do. We see this world, everything's getting worse and worse. It's not getting better. Where are things getting better at? Read on.
The night is far spent.
And the night represents a time of ignorance. We're wasting our time in ignorance. Read on.
The day is at hand.
And the day is getting close. It's closer. Read on.
Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armor of light.
And put on the armor of light, man. What is the armor of light? The law, statutes, and commandments, the word of the Heavenly Father. Serving the Lord, not ourselves, not Satan. Read on.
Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness.
And let us be honest. You know how many people strive to just even be honest with themselves? Honesty is very rare these days, man. People aren't honest. Like I said, they're not even honest with themselves. Of course, they're not going to be honest with others. Read on.
Not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envy.
Read on.
But put ye on the Lord Yahweh Shai.
See all that envy and strife and drama among Israelites? Like, you got literally Israelites cursing out other Israelites.
The truth, yo.
You know, listen, every Israelite ain't right. And we gonna tell them, you know, we gonna call out the BS when BS is done. But the way some of these brothers talk to each other, you would think they hate each other.
And I'm just gonna say, a lot of these beefs, man, a lot of times they don't be from scriptural purpose, because we could go back and forth between scriptures and we have a disagreement. A lot of times men just don't like other men. And that's that carnality in it, man. We're supposed to be following after Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's our connector. All that other little miscellaneous here, this brother might rub me, we don't have the same type of spirit. That's fine, man. We all don't have to be the same, as long as we're following after Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's the goal. That's the purpose, man. That's what we should be doing. That's what we're striving for. I don't got no beef with no brother that's following after Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai in a sincere manner. We might have disagreements on something, but I ain't got no beef with you, brother. I love you. Hopefully we on that chariot ride together. Right. That's the key to this, man. All that other bullshit is carnality. It should not be in Israel, but it's a part of the game. It's part of this. Right. We got to go through it, you know.
Right, and then it goes into, you know, brothers that got different personalities. You know, this brother might be a little bit more outgoing. This brother might be very quiet. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean we got to be at odds and not like each other. But a lot of those beefs really boil down to that. Just your personality just doesn't mesh well with another brother's personality. It ain't really, because I honestly think, if you speak to most Israelites, they can defend themselves better. If you have a conversation with a brother, yeah, I didn't like when you did this. All right, but I did this because of that. You know, that happens a lot, you know? But anyway, read on, because I know your camera's about to die, right?
Yeah.
But ye put on the Lord Yahweh Shai, and make not provision for the flesh.
And make not provision for the flesh. What does it mean, make not provision? Because we gotta go into the scriptures here, because a lot of people will say, well, make not provision for the flesh is, a lot literally is making provision for the flesh. When you eat, you making provision for the flesh. When you pay your rent, you making provision for the flesh. When you pay your car note, when you buy a car, you're making provision for the flesh. It doesn't mean not to take care of yourself in the flesh, but what it means is don't let it be a distraction. Don't buy a damn car that's going to take you away from the Lord. Don't get a job that's going to take you away from the Lord, which is an error that unfortunately I have to correct. You know, don't do things that are going to distract you from the mission. Read on.
To fulfill the lust thereof.
To fulfill. Now notice it said, see, if you just stop reading at read that again.
But ye put on the Lord Yahweh Shai.
Another provision part.
And make not provision for the flesh.
Read on.
To fulfill the lust thereof.
That's the provision for the flesh that you're supposed to not do or not make. But with that, we're going to say all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. But with that, we're going to say all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to you brothers throughout the four corners of the earth, teaching the truth in righteousness and sincerity. And to you Israelite foreigners, come back home to the truth. Shalom.
House of David.